Pablo, the Colombian coca leaf picker, works long, tiring hours on the plantation in hopes of making enough money to last him for the week. Even though it seems like he is having a blast out there, Pablo didn't always want his career path to end up like this. Several years ago, the Medellin cartel, a large grassroots Colombian drug cartel, hired him to work the fields, providing Pablo a way to make ends meet. Our issue of focus is organized crime. More specifically, we decided to examine organized crime in Latin America related to drug trafficking. Thinking globally about organized crime is extremely important because without thinking globally, the affected people would continue to suffer and organized crime would increase and become uncontrollable. Although organized crime has been an issue in Latin America for the past several decades, recently it has become much more of a pressing problem. According to the Financial Times, Colombia is now the world's largest producer of cocaine, accounting for an estimated 80% of the world supply. On top of that, several countries in Latin America, such as Venezuela, are legalizing the production of more narcotics in hopes of lowering the amount of violence. After Pablo finishes picking his daily leaves, he travels several miles to the nearest supplier, who analyzes the leaves, processes the cocoa leaves, and ultimately manufactures the final product, cocaine. As you can see in the video, Pablo is very dissatisfied with the tiny salary that he earns. He has to live with his job because he has no formal education and therefore cannot work in the higher ranking jobs of society. The Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development estimates that per capita spending on primary education in Latin America averages only 15% of US levels. The result has been devastating. A 2007 World Bank report, Raising Student Learning in Latin America, the challenge for the 21st century, lays out the problem starkly. Countries in Latin America and the Caribbean consistently perform poorly in international assessments, even after controlling for per capita GDP, gross domestic product. The region's students perform far below students in OECD and East Asian countries. The supplier of the cocaine finally finishes making its products and sends the cocaine over to the United States to be sold at a ridiculously higher price. From there, his American dealers go out to the streets to sell the drugs. In this process, the drug cartels are the ones who are benefiting the most by gaining large sums of money, while Pablo is left with the short end of the stick. With the money, the cartels purchase guns, which incites violence back in Pablo's home country. In addition to violence, drug cartels cause other problems in Pablo's village, such as displacement. In Mexico, it is estimated that 160,000 people have been forced to flee their homes as a result of the bloody wars between drug cartels. These are only a couple of the problems that will be discussed in our presentation as a result of drug trafficking.